The semi-automatic pistol. This video will demonstrate the basics that you should know. Let's start with a little history on the semi-automatic. Most people would think it's a fairly new design, as I did, but the semi-automatic actually dates back to as early as 1892, where an Austrian named Laumann designed a pistol called the Schonberger in 8mm. Since then it developed. This in particular is the Mauser C96, which was produced in 1896. And since then, well, in recent years, the semi-automatics have been proving themselves as very reliable handguns. There are only three things which you gotta make sure. One is make sure it's clean. Two, make sure it's properly lubricated or oiled. And three, make sure you use quality and consistent ammunition. With that, it's gonna function flawlessly. Now, no gun is perfect, so please make sure you understand your platform and know how to clear a malfunction. With semi-automatics, it's fairly simple. Usually a tap on a magazine and a rack of the slide will clear a basic malfunction. Let's take a look at the controls that you will be engaging in a semi-automatic pistol. So from the top, you have your slide. You pull it back, and this is how the chamber or unload around. The slide locks back when the magazine is empty, showing that the gun is unloaded and it's safe. Press down on this slide stop lever and the slide can go forward. Here is your manual safety. Not all semi-automatic pistols have it, such as the Glock, the Springfield XD, and some other models. When the safety is on, the gun will not fire. When the safety is off, you can engage your trigger and it will fire. This over here is the grip safety, a feature not in all semi-automatic pistols, but when the grip safety is not depressed, the gun will not fire. And again, depressing it, pull the trigger, it will fire. So the trigger is over here. Moving lower, this is your magazine release. Press down on it and the magazine comes out. Note in some semi-automatic pistols, your magazine release could be in a different location, like in the Bursas. The 380s over here, I believe, they have no slide stop lever. Or it could be a heel mounted magazine release, such as the Russian Makarov or the Walther P38, some other models as well. This is your magazine. Load cartridges over here. To load it in the semi-automatic pistol, push it in until it locks. That's about it. How to do a safety check. First, we treat the gun as if it is loaded. When handling it, make sure to keep your finger off the trigger to be extra safe. Remove the magazine. Pull the slide back. Pull it back again to ensure that it is not loaded. We can even visually inspect by locking the slide back, pushing up on that slide stop lever, and visually inspecting. It is not loaded. Let's pull the slide back. We can even engage the safety. And you're good. How to load a semi-automatic pistol. Always keeping a safety mindset. Let's remove the magazine first. Let's take a look at this. This is a single stack 45 ACP magazine and it holds 8 rounds. Yours may be double stacked or staggered, a little wider, but it loads the same nonetheless. So when we look up here, there are lips which hold the cartridge in place. Get a cartridge, push down from around 3/4 from the front. It will push the follower down and push it backwards, kind of like an inverted L. Loading a second one could be a little trickier because you're pushing down on the brass. This is a little slippery, but it is not impossible. You can control with your thumb from behind, getting that down and back. To remove cartridges, just push it forward and they'll pop out. Now that we've loaded the magazine, the next step is to load the pistol. So just slide that magazine in. And now, the gun will not fire if you just fire it from here. Right again. When I insert the magazine, it is loaded. But it will not fire yet, even if you pull back the hammer and pull that trigger. It will not fire in a semi-automatic pistol. This is not like a revolver. Do you think it will fire? It's kind of scary, but for demonstration purposes. There you go. The reason is, you have the chamber around. By pulling back the slide after loading. So chambers around, you can pull it back like a bow and arrow, let go. The reason why you let go and not ride it forward is because the bullet can possibly jam on the feed ramp if you let go forward slowly. The gun was designed that way. That's what I learned. That's the design, and you know, I've done it the hard way. And yes, it has jammed when I slowly push that side forward. I put the film safety on because we now have a chambered gun that's ready to fire. All you have to do is turn the safety off and pull that trigger and it's ready to fire. How to unload a semi-automatic pistol. Now first, we remove the magazine. I will turn the safety off because for this particular design, the slide will not move back unless the safety is off. And then I will pull the slide back and it will eject the cartridge if it was loaded. I will pull the slide back again multiple times just to be sure, even visually inspect it to make sure that it is not loaded. I will then dry fire as an ultimate proof that it is really unloaded. The gun is now unloaded. A note when unloading. Please make sure that you remove the magazine first before pulling back the slide. This may sound a little ridiculous, but let me demonstrate what can possibly happen if you pull the slide back first and then remove the magazine. Someone will think I will unload, something comes out, and then I remove the magazine. There's nothing in it. It must be unloaded. But what that person doesn't know is, if ever there was a round there, it would have been chambered. And though it appears that there are no rounds left, let's take a look. Oh, there was another round. So always think safe. When unloading, remove the magazine first. Pull back the slide. If nothing comes out, pull it out again just to be sure. Visually inspect it. And it's okay to dry fire. Many people do it for practice, trigger practice. And it's also the ultimate proof that the gun is safe. It's unloaded, and it's in its safest state. Originating since 1892, and this particular model being a 1911, semi-automatics have proven themselves to be reliable. Just remember to keep them clean, to oil them or lubricate them properly, and to use quality and consistent ammunition. I hope you learned a little something about the basics of semi-automatics. Stay safe and have fun.